Hello, I am Isobel Beardsley, and I will be presenting my study on the microbial effects of Plantago Major extract against Staphylococcus aureus and Escherichia coli. Now, Plantago Major, the focus of my study, is a common weed found on PI. It is a plant that has been used in traditional medicine in the past, which that alongside its many beneficial properties such as anti-inflammatory, antiviral, antifungal, and antimicrobial has made had made it the source of much research, such as the current research into whether it can be an antimicrobial alternative. As the years pass, something that becomes even more important to study as the antibiotic resistance continued to grow. In 2022 alone, 35% to 42% of S. aureus and E. coli bacteria were antibiotic resistant. That's why in my study I hypothesize and am testing that an ethanolic extract of Plantago Major will have antimicrobial effect on two of the bacteria. Now, as for how I conducted my project, I took Plantago Major, dried it for 2 days in the oven, macerated it, extracted it, ran it through a UPLC analysis to confirm that I extracted its compounds, and then after making two bacterial broths for my bacteria, I performed two antimicrobial tests: agar well diffusion and minimum inhibition concentration. Now, for my agar well diffusion uh, results, results for the S. aureus plates, after treating them with the serial diluted Plantago Major extract, my 1 to 2 treated plates had a mean inhibition zone of 10.50 millimolar plus or negative 0.58 millimolar. My 1 to 4 had a mean inhibition zones of 9.23 milliminutes plus 0.50 milliliters. As for the 128, it had a mean inhibition zone of 6.75 millimolars plus or negative 0.4.50 millimeters. Now, as for the E. coli plates, the 1 to 2 Plantago major extract treated ones had a mean zone of inhibition of 9.00 millimolar plus or negative 0.8 inhibition zones. However, for the 1 to 4 and 1 to 8, no zones of inhibitions were observed, as the as the antimicrobial effect of the extract was significantly different when compared to the effect it had on the Azorius plates, as can be noted in Figure 2. 2. Now, as for my minimum inhibition concentration, for both the E. coli and Azorius plates I ran, no bacterial growth was observed in 1 to 4, 1 to 2, and positive controls. However, bacterial growth was observed in every other treatment and in the negative control. The MIC of both E. coli and S. aureus was determined to be 1 to 4 Plantago major extract. In conclusion, it was successfully determined that an ethanol extract of Plantago major had an antimicrobial effect on both S. aureus and E. coli, though that antimicrobial effect was stronger on S. aureus. For futuring studies along the same vein, the following should be determined: whether different types of extraction prove more effective, and to properly characterize the Plantago major extract and determine the compound composition and their synergy to better pinpoint what is actually the cause of Plantago major extracts Antimicrobial effect. To close this off, I would like to acknowledge everybody who helped me with this project, with special thanks to Marla for picking the Plantago Major I needed for this study.